back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a story time video about one of my horrible neighbors that I had when I lived in the apartment complex in Long Island, New York. In November 2013, my mom and my stepfather broke up after being together for pretty much half my life. And me and my mom moved to an apartment complex that was a couple of blocks away from the school bus company where we both worked. And moving in, we had 8 neighbors. So the way the complex was made is there was my apartment, then across from us was an old lady who lived there for maybe a year or so until she moved out, and then a guy moved in downstairs from us, and then next door from us on the top floor was our friend Kathy and her daughter Casey, who I pretty much go to the Supernatural conventions with. And then downstairs was another neighbor that we rarely talked to. And then next door from that neighbor was our neighbor Helen. She was cool. She was one of the other people we were close with. And then right between her and Kathy was another neighbor. I never really spoke or saw them, so they're not part of the story anyway, so yeah. Then after Helen's apartment was the one we're going to be talking about, and across from her was Frank, another neighbor that we got along with. So I have my notes here, so if I look down, it's because I'm trying to remember everything that happened. After, I think around New Year's, we pretty much grew attached to 2 of the stray cats that lived in the complex. And now there are cats that we have now, Barry and Stuart. So this is mainly going to be about them and their families, which is their brother and sister and their mother and father. Now, the thing about me and my mom is we pretty much kept to ourselves other than talking to Kathy and Helen and sometimes Frank. So we didn't bother anyone in the complex pretty much. We took care of the cats and pretty much everyone in the area was fine with that. We got most of them neutered, spayed, or anything like that. We fed them, we gave them homes during the snowstorms or bad weather. We made them little boxes to sleep in. And then around the 2014, which I think might have been after my dad died, the Jones moved in. And Mrs. Jones had a problem with the cats being in the area. She would stomp her feet whenever they were around and say things that she wanted the cats gone and she just hated them and all that. So we barely even talked to her at that point, so it wasn't really a problem at first. Then at a couple months after, the mother and father stray cat had 2 baby kittens, a black one named Phoenix, and their only sister, Boots, who was a tuxedo cat. So Boots pretty much became attached to me from the start, and she came inside pretty much and never really went back outside, except for like after dark. She was very like hesitant to be outside. So fast forward a couple of months, and I was standing outside one evening. It was pretty much getting dark, and I saw Mrs. Jones coming in and out of her apartment, probably after work and to get something out of her car. And Phoenix, the black cat, was in the walkway, just sitting there, minding his own business, and she pretty much kicked him, because I saw him go flying. And I saw it happen. So I'm like, I said God wouldn't like that because she's obsessed with God. So after I say that, she gets all up in my face, cursing me out and all that. So she threatened to call the police on me, and I'm like, seriously, you're gonna call the police on me when you're the one abusing animals? So she just continued talking shit and all that. And at that point, I was just like, okay, fine. You want to call the police? Go ahead, because my dad's in charge of the police. And you're not going to get anywhere with your threats, because they mean nothing. You're the one in the wrong here, so get over it. So after that, she backed off, and that was pretty much it for that night. Sometime before that, the cat's father, Marble, he would come home. He would go missing for a couple of days, and then he would come home limping. So at first we didn't know what happened to him or anything like that. Then at one point, I saw outside Miss Jones' house there was a broom, and I never saw anything happen with the broom, but for some reason, pretty much everyone in the complex, had a feeling that she was the one causing him to injure his leg. And it wasn't just like a one-time thing. It would happen every few months and all that. She would end up telling the people in the owners of the complex about the cats and how she wanted them gone. And these owners were really horrible. They didn't want any of us interacting with the cats. Like, that's disgusting. How could someone do that? So she pretty much stopped talking to us and minded her own business after a while. So we ended up getting a notice from the owner of the complex. Was me, the rest of the neighbors in that area. And we're just like, whatever. Doesn't matter to us. We're gonna just continue doing what we're doing. We're not bothering anyone or hurting anyone. So, fast forward maybe a year or two later, we ended up getting a camera to go right outside our door, and it was facing, the whole walkway pretty much, and it was spread out through the whole area, including her doorway. So we could capture if she did anything to the cats. Sadly, we didn't catch anything, but, she could have still been doing something with the camera not work when the camera never worked. Or, reacted to what was going on. So, one time during the spring, I think it was 2017, she was outside me and my mom's window talking shit to one of the other residents. about us. And now, like I said, we mind our own business. We don't interact with her. Or anyone else, really. So, my mom heard her talking, and she said something out the window to her. I forgot what it was. And Mrs. Jones is like, "You want to talk to me like that? Then come outside and say it to my face." So my mom got the guts and went outside and talked to her face. And Miss Jones just starts cursing and saying all this shit. And it's like, seriously gonna be doing that? She's threatening me because I have special needs. And it's just really disgusting. I had a few clips of that, but I kind of lost them once we moved to Texas, so I'll try and get that, but I don't think I'll be able to. But yeah, nothing got settled with her, and she continued doing what she wanted to the cats. But I still think she was abusing them. Because every time Phoenix or any of the other cats saw her with the broom, they would run away. So that's a sign that she did something to them. But yeah, I just wanted to get this video out there because I just really think it's disgusting that she could get away with doing something like that. Okay, so that's the end of my video. If you liked it, like and subscribe to my channel. And also tell me in the comments if you ever met or know someone who does that stuff to defenseless animals. I'd like to hear your stories down below. Also, have a happy Thanksgiving. Good night.